Channel everybody, and this is a race I've been waiting for all season. We are taking the Godzilla Cup to Dubai Autodrome, my home circuit. And for those of you who have been living under a rock for the last 12 months and don't know, it's the track where I instruct at. So arguably I've driven more laps around this circuit than anyone, to be honest, who's racing in this series. So consequently, I think I'm going to have a reasonable pace around here. Now, when I went into practice at the beginning of the week, there were things that weren't quite right. Now, when I raced at Qatar and Bahrain in the last 2 weeks of this season, I noticed there were some people who were significantly quicker than anyone else. And I decided to have a look at their onboards and didn't like what I saw. There were people coming around corners in a complete drift with half a turn of opposite lock, and they were still going 2 or 3 seconds a lap quicker than anyone else. That's not possible. It really isn't. Don't care what you say, there's something not quite right with that. I went into practice with Dubai Autodrome. I think my fastest in practice was a 203.5, which is not a bad time as far as I could see. And there was a guy doing 201s. And I can't see where he got that extra time. Now, I know these cars are difficult to set up and maybe that's it. But to put it into perspective, in the last 24-hour race at Dubai Autodrome, the lap record for that race in a GT3 was a 159.6. These cars aren't that fast. At least I don't think they are. So make of it what you will. I know the track isn't entirely the same as the original track, and I'll show you that in a minute. If anything, the track on Assetto Corsa is slightly slower than how it would be in real life, so I can't see how they get those times. But I decided to persevere because I wanted to do a race with it, and I went into a race today with a reasonable sized grid. We had 17 cars, and I was pretty confident at a good result, having looked at the history of what those drivers' times were. There didn't appear to be anyone who stood out who was going 3 seconds a lap quicker than anyone else. So I thought, okay, at least I've got myself a good race. But before I show you that, I'm going to show you a short lap around Dubai Autodrome in a real Nissan GTR as driven by me. Now, bear in mind, this was done for photography purposes only, with a good friend of mine, Charles Verghese, who's a photographer and videographer over here. We did this maybe 2016, 2017. It might even have been earlier than that, to be fair. I'm not actually quite sure when it was done, but I know that as you come out the pit lane, if you look to the right, there's no buildings. That's where my office is now. So it was quite a while ago. And before you watch the video, apologies for the quality on it. I took it off YouTube and I wasn't getting great connection at the time, so it's not quite as clear as you would notice normally. Hopefully it works out a little bit better on your screens. Right, so I'm going to show you a little bit of a grainy video, but as you can see, this is me driving, and it is in a Nissan GTR. This is about 7 or 8 years ago, and this is Dubai Autodrome circuit back then. It's changed quite a lot since then. So coming out of the pit lane, and we're basically looking to show you what the lines are around the circuit and also what the differences are on the circuit. For instance, on the right, that's where my office is now. So accelerating hard onto the circuit. This was just done for filming purposes. I'm the only person out on track. Turning into turn 1, 3rd gear, take a bit of curb, but keep to the right on the outside so you can keep to the left and compromise turn 2 a little bit. And then you're looking for the double apex right, and you want to hit the second apex. You stay out wide, aim for the second apex, back on the power, keeping over to the right hand side. Straighten up, hard on the brakes at the apex there, lift off a little bit of the brakes and let the car drift out wide. It's a little bit off camber there. Then on the brakes, and it's a very deceptive tight right to go up the hill back towards the parabolica. Now there's about 3 or 4 lines around the parabolica. This is not the ideal one, this was just for filming, but you do come in a little bid wide and then take a late apex on the way out to give you the drive down the straight. This was actually the first time I ever drove the GP circuit. I say about 7 or 8 years ago. I've been working at Dubai Autodrome now for about 12 years, I think. Actually coming up 13. So looking for the changing colour on the tarmac there. On the brakes, this is a road car, and we're going to take a very late turn in for this corner, and we're going to compromise it and keep to the right on the way out so we can get a little bit of drive and get a better line into this corner. Now this is very different in Assetto Corsa. It's almost flat there. It's definitely not an Assetto Corsa. It spits you off into the wall on the left. Coming up to the management building corner, on the brakes, again, a late apex to get the drive down the hill so you can get as much speed down this straight as you can. Straight line to the right hand side, coming up to then the next flat left, which will be turn 13. After turn 13, we're then looking to get on the brakes and take a wide line around the parabolica. Now this, the bowl. Now this is very different on Assetto Corsa. You can't drive this line on Assetto Corsa, it doesn't work. Keep to the left on the way out. Turn 15 is flat. It's not, again, in Assetto Corsa. It's very different. Little bit blind, but it's a very fast corner. Hard on the brakes then again for turn 16, looking for a very late turn in again, so you can then get the drive down the pit straight and hopefully get the checkered flag and take that win from your rivals. Now this was done in a road going GTR, as I say, about 2017 I think, but it gives you an idea of the differences in the lines that you're seeing on the game compared to this. So hopefully that lap will give you a few pointers as to where you want to be on the track to try and get the best out of it. Yes, it was done in a road car, and yes, it was at least 7 years ago. I think it might have been longer. I can't actually remember. It was about 7 or 8 years ago that I got that helmet, the carbon helmet. So I know it wasn't the first GTR launch I did, which was back in 2011 or 12. But that will help you with your lines around the circuit. I wasn't going to show it at the beginning of the week. I'm not stupid. I didn't want to give everyone the tricks away. And from that, you can make your own assumptions. As I say, I've spoken to a few people about what I've seen, and I don't think everything is completely legit. Having said that, I went into this race and it looked like everyone was pretty much on the level, and it wasn't a bad race. Now if this is the first time you've watched one of my videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and please comment away. I'd love to see what your thoughts are on this. And grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, or indeed something stronger, and enjoy this. All right, 30 seconds to go. Let's make this a good race. Tokyo, I think, is probably the closest to my speed. Danny might be quick as well. Fabio, not so sure. But Tokyo, if he can put in 203.6s on every lap, he's going to be difficult to get past. Here we go.
Go, go, go. Gavin is leading the race.
Who's got ahead of me? I'll have a look in a minute. Danny.
Okay, decent start. I think we can build something from here. Yellow flag, caution.
Can't hit a car.
We've been warned about track limits.
See if we can pull away from the guys behind. 2 of them are off. See if we can have a good race for the guys ahead.
Nunez behind is pitting. The gap to Burley ahead is increasing. It's now 0.9.
Got a cut warning already. I can't be doing any more of those.
Yellow flag, watch out. Come on, track limits, keep it between the lines.
I've got 2 cut warnings already.
1.3.
Can't be doing any more of those.
Okay, Ian, the next car is Burley.
Right, no more cut warnings, Ian. Otherwise you're getting a drive through. Cannot be doing that.
Yellow flag.
Yeah, they're quick, these boys. Good lap times. Come out on the left, Ian. See if we can get a good run out of here.
There's a car leaving the pits. The gap behind is now 3.1.
Let's see if those two keep fighting. Which they are. And they've hit each other.
Yellow flag.
Okay, we're up second.
Okay, Ian, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Yeah, Tokyo's good round here.
The gap to Burley in front is now 1.5.
No, he's been disqualified, he's out. I don't think I'm going to catch Tokyo here. Especially doing that.
Cold tyres all round.
Tokyo's quick.
P2.
2 seconds ahead. Martinez is catching as well.
Right, the guy ahead of us is 1 lap behind.
Come on, get out of the way. Come on, Ruben. Ah, Tokyo and Ruben Diaz.
Left side. You're clear on the left side.
The gap in front is now 1.3.
That was a bit hopeful, but it worked. I need to get past him.
Yellow flag.
So the line that's quick through here doesn't work, which is that line, because you should be flat through there, but you can't go flat in this car through that corner. It won't let you.
Fastest lap for Diaz, 2:04.8. We're matching race pace. That was a 2:05.0.
Nearly went off track limits then. Try and get this second apex. Had to wait a long time on the power then. I just haven't got the setup that I want for this car. It's very slippery for a car that, as a road car, has got so much grip. This doesn't.
Your right side tyres are cold. Yellow flag.
Another one off. I don't think I'm going to catch Tokyo. He's 3 seconds up the road.
We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them.
Yeah, Diaz is playing this very well. And for the first time in the GTRs, I think I've actually found someone who's racing by the rules. So a lot of these people are cheating.
You've used half your fuel.
Caught up a little bit of time.
Your lap times are improving. This is good. You've just done a 2:04.5.
Hello, office. I'll be there later on. I think he's pulled away a little bit there.
Yellow flag. The gap to Diaz ahead is now 2.3.
Not giving up, because anything could happen here. We've got a purple sector on him. 2.3 seconds behind.
Yellow flag.
He must have had a cut warning by now. He's managing the gap very, very well, is Tokyo.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Not quite the fastest lap, 0.1 off it.
Yellow flag.
No!
Right side, right's clear.
That's 5 minutes to go. Come on,
Moron.
keep it together. We'll be on the podium here.
Cannot believe that guy just did that.
Diaz. Ahead is now 2.6.
That cost me time. So I'm hoping his tyres are starting to go off. 2.7, we caught a bit through there. The tyre module on this is not brilliant. Which might work to my advantage.
Okay, Ian, you're reeling Diaz in. The gap is 1.9.
Maybe he's feeling the pressure a little bit. Catching him is one thing. Getting past him is another.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Yellow flag, watch out.
Come out on the left. He got a bit squirrely there. I was trying to go for fastest lap then, it didn't quite happen.
Last lap, looking good for a podium. We're currently setting the pace.
Last lap. He's driven a very good race here at Tokyo.
Yellow flag. That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Left side, clear left. Good job, buddy.
The right tyres are cold.
Couldn't get on the power. Very nearly threw it off then. We are not going to catch Tokyo. But that's a good race, Tokyo. I feel like actually I've had a decent race for this guy because even though he beat me on my home track, I'm pretty sure he's not cheating. And I will take second place there.
Well done, Ian. drive. That's a podium.
I'll take second place
Right
there.
side.
Good job. Good job.
He's still there. Right's clear. Good job.
Enjoyed that. Well done, Tokyo. Well done to all the other drivers. Second place. I'll take second place on that. Probably shouldn't have let Roberto get away, but after my previous race this week, I wanted to make sure that I survived turn 1. And yeah, he drove well. He did drive well. He was only 0.1 of a second quicker than me on his fastest lap. He wasn't doing anything that I thought was underhand. I actually sent him a message afterwards to say, thanks very much. You're the first person who's beaten me around here. He wasn't cheating. So it was actually a good race overall. I don't mind coming second if the person who's first is just driving better than me, and that's exactly what happened today. Thanks very much for joining me.